Potato dilemma. Hey, Billy Redface, I find myself at a big career decision point in my life, and I'm not completely sure what to do. I'm a 22-year-old guy, and I study languages at a university here in Finland. Oh, home of Nokia. On many summers, I've worked for a potato packaging company that is owned by my father's side of the family. That's fucking awesome. See that right there? You know why that guy and his family are secure? That is about as tangible as it gets. Potatoes, you can hold them in your hands, you stick them in a package, right? Just like the old days. Recently, my cousin who works there regularly, asked me whether I'd be interested in joining him in taking over the company, as the old owners, my uncles and my dad, are retiring soon. I never had much of a relationship with my dad, but he'd still likely be happy to have one of his children take over. Now, I don't really know if I should accept the offer. It would likely secure me a pretty good living in my adult life, but the thought of being able to see my future laid down before me like that is a bit scary. So far, I've never really planned ahead, and honestly, I ended up in the university studying English just because I didn't know what else to do. Well, you know what, as far as I know about Finland over there, don't you guys pay like 90% tax, but everything's taken care of? You know, health insurance, college tuition is all paid. Hence, don't you guys have a problem over there with people like you, young people who don't know what they want to do? Everything's taken care of. Why go out in the real world and have 90% of your check go out the window for shit that you're not going to be using unless you get a fucking hemorrhoid, right? They kind of created the terminal college student. I'm just asking. Anyways, this has led to some lack of motivations in my studies, as I don't really know where I'm going with it at all. I just haven't had a plan. By the way, how great is this guy's English? It's better than me. I just haven't had a plan, and I've always felt like a bit of an underachiever in my family. He knows the word underachiever. I know some French words. I don't know what underachiever is. Underachiever. It's a 5-syllable fucking word. I barely use that in my own language. I applaud you, sir. With all my older siblings having gone to successful careers in education and medicine from their university studies, where I've just been drifting along with no destination so far, as a regular employee, the work in the potato company has never been terribly exciting, but as the owner, I'd obviously have more control in what kinds of things I could do. There's also the possibility that I could refocus my studies into something more business-oriented, maybe taking over the marketing side of things in the future. Should I accept this offer, or should I wait until I found a career path I feel more certain about? I just don't know if I'm ever going to find it. Obviously, I'm lucky to even be in this situation, but it's just a bit overwhelming to have such a big decisions to make at this age, which I haven't really thought about seriously before. Thanks. Have a good day and go fuck yourself. Dude, this decision's all going to be in your gut. You're going to have to go with your gut, dude. I can't make the decision what you should do with your life. I do feel that you should have a passion if you want to have fun at work for what you do. And, but if you're just kind of floating around aimlessly, huffing out of a bong, maybe this could be a good thing for you. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't know what you're doing. All right? And I also imagine that, if you take this and you don't like it, you could always sell your stake in it to the other person, your cousin or whatever, that you're going to go into business with. So it does give you an asset, which is something that a lot of young people don't have. Gives you a little bit of footing. I don't think it's the worst thing. I mean, I don't think potatoes are going out of style, are they? People are always going to need potatoes. I don't know, but at the end of the day, dude, you're gonna have to make that decision. Personally, I would not want to be in the potato business, but I would love to grow some in my own yard. By the way, everybody, I told you about how we planted some cucumbers and tomatoes and peppers. I can't recommend it enough. When they finally are ripe and you bring them in, it's like fucking magic. And I live in a climate out here where I can grow them all year round. I haven't had the tomatoes yet, but Nia picked one, and sent me a video. She bit into it like an apple. And I don't know if you guys know, a lot of, with the tomatoes, a lot of just vegetables in general, they pick them before they're ripe, and they let them ripen on the truck. But basically, the second you pull it off the vine, it's not getting any more nutrients. And that's why a lot of, especially tomatoes, just suck, at least in this country. Which is why when you order a caprese salad, they have to put that balsamic vinaigrette on it to give it a little bit of a fucking, or the balsamic, whatever the fuck they put on it, to give it a little zip to make up for the sugar that's not in the tomatoes. That sweet taste that's not there. The same thing when you make your pizza sauces. You got to throw some sugar in there because the tomatoes over here suck. But if you grow your own, you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to worry about is knowing when to fucking take them off, which I fucked up with the cucumbers. I took them off too soon. But it's the greatest thing ever. So getting back to the what you're doing here, sir. And by the way, I'm going to have a whole fucking garden. And then I figure what I'm going to use for protein is the rabbits that I killed that try and steal my vegetables. I'm going to be eating a lot of varmints. A lot of fucking, some rabbit stew, some possum soup, a fucking raccoon burger, a side of rabies. Yeah, dude, you're 22 years old. I mean, at 22, I really don't think you should know what the fuck you want to do with your life. Buying in on a business is some fucking old man shit. You should at least own one pair of suspenders before you make a decision like that, I would think. But I get what you're saying. Like this window of opportunity might not be open when you're 23. And then what if you fucking don't find something else? Something, dude? By the time I was 22, I knew I wanted to be a comedian. So at 22, if you don't feel you want to be a potato farmer, then that's probably a pretty good indication. Although you also have to take into effect that, I don't know how the expression goes. You got to factor in the fact that I'm superimposing when I figured out what the fuck I wanted to do onto your life. Okay, some people don't figure out till they're 40. So I would go with my gut, all right, and have faith in yourself as a human being that your life is your life and you're on your journey, okay? And when you meet the person you're supposed to be with, or you find the career you're supposed to be, the job you're supposed to be doing in life, you're gonna feel it. I'm telling you, when you find that in life, that you never question it, and there's this feeling of relief and excitement. So unless you look at a field of potatoes growing and it gives you a lump in your throat because it's so goddamn beautiful to you, I don't think you want to do it. That's what my gut says, all right? But like I said, that's a huge decision. You got to make it for yourself, okay? I hope that helped. And go fuck yourself right back at you. And I'll be over there in December.